you got to be mindful of who you are coming into covenant with when you get married. And it's very important to look at your partner's family. And let me tell you why. Because one day you guys are going to procreate. One day you guys are going to lay down and have a child. And you need to look at their bloodline. You need to look at their mama, their brother, their sisters, their cousins. And you need to truly know what you're getting into. Why? Because it's deeper than just you laying down and coming in covenant spiritually with this person, and those spirits and that spiritual warfare that's in that person having access to you. Those spirits will now have access to your children, especially if your partner or even you is not doing the work to be delivered or gain deliverance in certain areas. Now, scripture says through knowledge, the just shall have deliverance. So when you know better, you do better. And a lot of spirits, they will leave. But you also have some spirits that are in bloodlines and some generational trauma that will not leave unless you pray and fast. So it's so important when you have children to be mindful of this, because they now have access to your children. A lot of the time we don't like hearing this, but everything is spiritual. In scripture, there was a deaf, blind, dumb, mute spirit. So your child coming out blind, mute, with speech impediments, whether it's stuttering, they're not speaking to their 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. This is all spiritual. Autism, Down syndrome, and let's go into other generational curses and trauma. Nobody gets married in the family. Nobody can stay married because there's a spirit spouse that's marrying everyone in the bloodline, including your children from small. Alcoholics, drug addicts, mental illnesses, whether it's schizophrenia, bipolar, you're dealing with a psychopath, you're dealing with a family that's everybody's narcissistic. Everything is spiritual. And so it's so important to pick somebody that is ready to go to war with you in spirit, and to also battle the mind, because everything it starts with the battlefield in the mind. And if you don't master that, it's hard for you to help your babies and help your children break free. And a lot of the time we're wondering why our children are born a certain kind of way, or they're dealing with certain things. It's generational curses, it's generational trauma, which are spirits that are in this bloodline. They are familiar with the bloodline, and their job is to continuously keep the bloodline oppressed spiritually. Also financially, being in financial bondage. Everybody lived in the projects. Everybody dealt with poverty in that bloodline. Those are things that will trickle down to your children. Stagnation, a spirit of backwardness, unalivings in the family, premature death, untimely death. Those are spirits. And if you don't learn to overcome through reading the word, and of course knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and praying and fasting, then your children are going to be in bondage. So a lot of the time, us as parents, we think that we need to give them the newest bike, the newest TV, all the things we didn't have growing up, but it's deeper than that. We have to position ourselves spiritually to be able to break free from spiritual trauma, bondage, curses, and these things have been in the bloodline forever. Why? Due to disobedience, sexual immorality, and worshiping other gods. So I hope this message brings awareness to those who are thinking of planning a family, or to those of you that already have children and you're wondering why your children are going through certain things, or there's these repetitive patterns in your bloodline. It's for this very reason. And we have got to put the work in and be diligent about renewing our minds and praying and fasting and being on our face and seeking deliverance so that our children can have a better life and break free. There's true healing. Just like there was miracles in the Bible, Jesus said that we will come and do greater things than he did. So it's not that there's no power. It's we have to consecrate ourselves and we have to really be on a journey of deliverance and not just seeking that through churches or people laying hands on us, because at the end of the day, yes, someone can lay hands on you when you think you're fully delivered, but are you able to maintain the deliverance? Do you have the power within you to maintain the deliverance, to consecrate yourself, to stay grounded in the word? The word is your sword to be able to combat stuff. And scripture says that those spirits that are delivered from you, they will come back to see if that house is clean. And they will come back to see also if the word is in that house. And you know, God is our refuge and our fortress. And the word is going to be the hedge of protection so that they're not able to enter our house. What is our house? Our body, which is the vessel that these low vibrational entities or spirits are able to use to be able to operate through us. So it's so important for us to do the work that we need to do, because my foundational scripture will always be the righteous seed shall have deliverance. So our children gain deliverance through us being righteous in God's eyes. And we all have our own personal journey to righteousness, but it's so important for us to just be constantly trying to feed and fill our mind with the word and just constantly be growing and evolving spiritually. I hope this message resonates with somebody. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section.